So what is different? How do you see the rematch panning out, and have you done anything differently from the first fight in your preparation?
I see the rematch being a shorter fight for sure. I don't see it going 12 rounds. I see me putting a lot more pressure on him, landing a lot more heavy shots on him, and I've changed a lot for this fight. I've changed my nutritionist, I've changed my trainer, I've changed the way we're training, and we've even changed our strength and conditioning work as well. I've cut the running down from 4 or 5 times a week to only twice a week max. I'm eating 5-6 meals a day. I'm feeling really good. I've cut the Diet Cokes out, which is the first. I've cut the coffees down to 1 or 2 coffees a day. Yeah, feeling good, feeling refreshed, feeling healthy, putting in a lot of hard work, and I can't wait for the fight. I've got 5 weeks today.
Talk us through the recovery in that 12th round against Deontay Wilder when you look back on it.
Yeah, I got greedy, and I hit him with a left-right combination, and I stepped back, and he caught me with a right-hand left hook. And I remember opening my eyes and saying, right, get up. And that was it. I thought, right, round 12, shit or bust, let's go to work. So I immediately took another big left hook, the temple. And then I remember putting both hands behind my back and catching him with a left hook right hand. And hurt him. Finished the round strong, and that was it.
You're looking to win the WBC belt for the first time in your career.
Yeah.
Did you see anything from Deontay in the first fight that you'll look to expose in the second fight?
Did I see anything from him? Yeah, I did. I know he don't like a jab in the face. Not many people do they? But the straight jab in the face is all there all night for him.
Is that going to be the basis of your work on the night then? Yeah. I mean, it's a basic of boxing anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to hit him with a lot of straight jabs. He's going to be begging me for that right hand afterwards.
How's the training camp gone so far without Ben Davison, and what have you worked on with Javan Sugar Hill Stewart so far?
Yeah, training camp's gone really well. We've worked really hard. I've had Andy Lee in camp, Sugar Hill,
and Andy Lee as well. Yes,
and
of
my
course.
brother Shane and Yui and Christian and Tim, and Matt. We've all working together, and Isaac. We're all get on well. The camp's good vibes, no negativity. Got good sparring partners. Everything's going really well. I can't say that I'm lacking or I need something else. I've got everything I need for a successful training camp.
And Sugar Hill is going to look to bring that knockout quality in this fight, yeah?
Yeah, we're working on the knockout for this fight.
Is Anthony Joshua this summer either at Wembley or in the USA on the cards if you beat Deontay Wilder?
Yeah, let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Do you think that fight should be in America or in the UK?
Wherever, it doesn't matter. But I know I've got a free fight contract left here. So yeah, if it's here, great.
Would it mean a lot to you to become the first undisputed champion since Lennox Lewis?
No, it won't mean anything. I don't think much of the undisputed thing. People make a lot of it. I don't really take it much to heart. All these belts and trying to hold them all and whatever. It is what it is. I'm only focusing on Wilder, and then I'll focus on Joshua, and then I'll focus on whoever else after that, one at a time. The undisputed thing doesn't really mean anything to me at all.
But the lineal does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like the lineal because no one dictates to me nothing, and lineal goes back longer than any belt that's alive today. So yeah.
How's the eye healing up? It looks good, and is there any risk of it opening up again after the fight with Otto Wallin?
The eye is doing well. The eye is healed up quite well. Is there any risk? I don't know because I'm not a surgeon. I'm sure there will be. But there's not much I can do about that. If it opens up, it opens up. It's out of my control. Nothing I can do about that eye opening up in the fight. Henry Cooper was known for cuts, but it didn't stop him from wanting to fight, did it? And it's not gonna stop me. A cut or bruise or a black eye, it ain't gonna make me want to stop boxing.
The Gypsy King heals well though, doesn't he?
He does. He's like almost like he's got vampire in him. He heals up quite well, yeah.
Do you feel handsome again with it all closed up?
Yeah, I feel all right, you know. I felt good when the stitches were in it. It made me look a bit sexy. But, you know, I'm happy that he's healed nice and clean with no lumps and bumps, and the surgeon done a great job. Great job.
Little feel of it. Yeah. Feels good, yeah?
Yeah.
What's the plan after the fight if you win? Do you see yourself going back to WWE or even into MMA as been discussed, or stand-up fight while you wait to fight Joshua or Dillian White?
After the fight, when I win, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go home. I'm going to get my caravan back out again. And I'm going to go touring the country. Or maybe I may even take it to Europe. Who knows? Get the good weather on me back. Light the old gypsy fire, get the black pans out. And get the kids running around the fire at night, chanting songs and whatever. A few beers, you know how it goes. You've heard all the stories.
Absolutely.
Dancing around the campfire in the dark.
Absolutely. And
sounds of horses moving in the dark.
Lovely.
Beautiful.
Night riding with torches.
Yes.
Yeah. Gypsy Kings playing in the background.
Yeah.
Fire, brimstone.
Yeah, or you can hear like laying in your bed in the old gypsy wagon with a fire. You can hear the fire crackling at night.
Lovely.
With a stream going. The sound of nature, you know what I mean?
There's no greater freedom than that, is there?
I don't think there is.
No.
I don't think that you can get a greater freedom than that. You know, all these big things in life and the ambitions people have. I don't think there's any bigger sense of freedom than laying in a caravan in the middle of nowhere, listening to the water stream flowing or the fire crackling or anything. Just tranquil, quiet darkness.
It's very similar to, you know, we're in an area of Native American Indians. It's similar to what they used to do, being out in the wilds, going on hunting trips, living out around the campfire. We've got to do it at some point.
We will.
We've got to go and camp out.
We will. We'll have to have a camp out. There's nothing more natural as well, and it's in me to want to do that. It's bred in me through hundreds of years. No matter, even if I lived in a castle, I'd always want to go sleep in a caravan, and I don't know why. Because it's bred in me to do it. It's bred in me to want to do that.
Have you got that vintage caravan
yes.
still? Because I remember us talking about that because you bought it after the Klitschko win, didn't you?
Yeah, I've had it totally restored now. It's took 4.5 years to get it restored and redone and revamped and repainted.
Did you have it raised to get your head in there?
The thing I didn't do was I didn't have it altered. I just had it put back to its original condition. But what I'm thinking about now is I'm thinking about having one made traditionally for my size.
Yeah.
Like really tall and really wide, and 8 foot wide, because the bed in that one's too small for me. Although it's an ornament and it's like a heritage thing.
It is. Yeah.
I'd love to have one tailor-made for me, you know what I mean? So when I get back, I'll get me order in, and this time next year one will be made.
I've got to remind viewers or listeners of this. When I came to see you, when you, Peter, Huey, your dad were all staying in caravans up in Liverpool. Do you remember?
For the Klitschko fight.
For the Klitschko fight, and I came up to the training camp for a day and a half, and you were in the smallest flipping caravan I've ever seen. It was a one berth.
Yeah.
And I sat in the corner, and you were pulling the spinach out of your tuna because you said I don't like greens at the time.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I remember.
And your head was bent completely over because it only came up to your shoulders. It was a one berth caravan, and literally, if you literally from the table I was sitting at to the kitchen, you could have just reached out and touched me. I mean, what were you doing in a one berth caravan?
I was going back to the roots. I was going back macho warrior style, and it helped me because I won the Klitschko fight. You know, we were staying in the owner of Applied Nutrition's garden.
Right. That's right.
Thomas's garden. We were staying in his garden in caravans. We had no running water. We had no anything. We had to
you didn't have any gas
everything.
canisters at the time because I had to get in my
all out of
Mercedes and
gas.
drive John around, your dad
That's
around,
right, yeah.
looking for gas canisters.
Yeah, it was a tough training camp, but it worked.
Yeah.
And it was a military style training camp, back to basics. And I believe in that. I'm a big believer in back to basics really works.
All that was missing was the fire every morning as you all opened because I remember seeing you all early in the morning shirts were off, big hairy chests out. It was like travellers on the move. It was absolutely brilliant. It was iconic.
The best thing it was, right? It was getting to the end of the summer. It was like October, November,
right,
getting there. It was icy in the mornings and frost.
That's right.
So I used to wake up in the morning, take my shirt off, go outside, smash the ice on the bowl, and get a wash in the bowl.
That's right.
No shirt on.
Like Bartley Gorman used to do.
Like Bartley
Gorman used to do.
That's correct.
No?
And
Absolutely.
it made me tougher, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It gave me that real feeling of being alive and being well. The ice cold water on the warm skin really awakens the body to its job in hand.
And look, you've come such a long way since then. Are we going to see you back in the WWE, Tyson?
Hopefully, but I've got a job in hand to deal with in Wilder. The thing that this is an exclusive one I'm about to give you, Gareth.
Okay, shh.
Nobody knows this exclusive, right? I was speaking to an old legendary bare-knuckle fighter from the travelling community. He's called Big Joe Joyce. And he told me about dipping his hands in petrol to toughen them up. So for this fight, I'll be dipping my hands in petrol for 5 minutes a day during the last 3-4 weeks of the training camp to really toughen them up.
And on the night?
And it worked for him, so I'm going to give it a try.
On the night, you just set fire to your hands, yeah? And you hit Wilder with flames, yeah?
Yeah! So yeah, we're gonna try that.
Amazing. Thanks for the exclusive in front of about 60 people watching this interview, but no one used that, we'll know. What separates you from the rest of the heavyweights currently in the division?
What separates me?
Yeah, from the rest of the heavyweights in the division.
A lot of things, my friend. A lot of things. One, I'm the tallest of all of them. Tallest, best boxer, best talker, most knowledgeable on my sport, and what else separates me? Probably the best singer as well.
No question about that.
That's it. I'm a different breed to them, aren't I? Different animal. There's been many champions, heavyweight champions in the past. Never mind the current crop of heavyweights. What makes me different to any heavyweight there's ever been? There's been many Africans, there's been many Americans, there's been many Brits, there's been many breeds of men. But there's never been a Gypsy King before heavyweight champion of the world. And there's never likely to be one ever. I'm the first of my kind and last. First and last of my kind. There'll never be another. I guarantee as long as I live, there'll never be another. There'll never, ever be another. Ever. And that's what sets me apart from the rest. People are coming up from wherever they're coming from the streets, coming from the gutter, fighting their way up. Jack Dempsey was a hobo. That's a great story. I don't know if you know that one. Mm-hmm. He boxed his way up from being on the streets to being heavyweight champion of the world. But there's never been a Gypsy King before. Ever. There's never been anybody of royal blood as heavyweight champion of the world. So I see myself as a king, and I see a king fighting peasants. Ho, 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 ho!
Do you also carry with you, I know it's in your DNA obviously, and you and I have spoken about this before, psychologically does it help you when you got that big beast in your face, Deontay Wilder, when you were at the press conference with him on Monday in Los Angeles? Yeah. And he is an intimidating fella. He's been in my face as well, giving me the hairdryer treatment. I didn't take my glasses off.
I tell you what, Deontay Wilder, the scariest thing about Deontay Wilder is his breath. When he's right up close to you. It comes out of that big giant mouth he's got. He's got a mouth like that, like a big T-Rex in front of you with all teeth in it. Yeah, that stinks. His breath stinks. So yeah, if you're watching this, Wilder, go and brush your teeth and chew some chewing gums next time. That's the only intimidating thing about Deontay Wilder. And now he's got all his braids in and his nose rings in and his earrings in. He ain't very intimidating at all, ever. He's not intimidating to me at all. He's a little skinny man who tries to copy what I do and tries to give it back a little bit, but he'll never be what I am. He can never be. It's like that Maverick Sabre song, I Can Never Be. And that's what Deontay Wilder is. He can never be. He can never be me.
Do you think he envies you in a way?
Yeah, of course he does. I've give Deontay Wilder credibility. I've give Deontay Wilder his biggest paychecks. I've bring Deontay Wilder into big time boxing, and I've introduced him to it, and I'm going to take him back out of it in a minute as well. So, he has a lot to be thankful to me for. A lot.
All the sage people behind me are kind of rolling their fingers around, but this is the best interview you've done for a very long time, so I'm going to carry on, if that's all right.
Continue.
Yeah. Are you on a schedule for something?
No.
Okay.
No, fine.
It was a brilliant answer, but what I was trying to ask you about as well was that in your DNA, do you feel those 200 years, those 10 generations of bare knuckle boxers? When I look at your brother Shane, I certainly see it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. When he's limping around in his crutches, he's still a handful.
As we saw for the last Wilder press conference.
With his brother. And I think Huey got a little punch in as well, didn't he?
He did, yes.
Family feuds.
He had to clip Wilder's brother.
But do you carry that psychologically? Do you carry the confidence of knowing that 10 generations of the family have fought as if you're cleaning your teeth or taking your shirt off or on in the morning?
Yes. I was born and bred to do this. And I know we're not animals, we're all human beings, but if breeding makes any sort of difference, I am bred to do this. And if I can't do it, God help the rest of them, they definitely can't do it. I look forward to it. It's lovely. I don't look at a boxing fight and think, I'm frightened to death of it. I look at it and lick my lips. It's like going for a nice Sunday dinner. I love it. And you know what, give me inspiration. I want to share this with you as well. How can I be afraid of a boxing match or afraid of Deontay Wilder when I watched an old Larry Holmes the other day, 42-year-old, give Evander Holyfield, a man in the prime of his life, one of the toughest fights he ever had. A man at 42. He wasn't afraid. He had a bit of a stomach on him. He was loving it. He loved it.
Do you like George? Do you admire George?
George who?
Foreman.
I never said George Foreman. Are you listening?
No, I'm not listening because they were talking over there and they were disturbing me.
Come on. I said Larry Holmes.
Oh, Larry Holmes, sorry. Okay,
42-year-old Larry Holmes when he fought Evander Holyfield.
I wouldn't love Holmes.
That's just given me a ton of inspiration.
Yeah.
Me, a young man in the prime of my life, thinking about a fight, like, how could I be scared of that? Larry Holmes wasn't scared when he was 42 going in against a match-fit young Holyfield who was busting everybody in his time. So, thank you, Larry, for giving me that inspiration.
And there is a comparison with Foreman as well, going in with because it was Foreman that fought for Holyfield when he was 44,
yeah, exactly.
I think he was, and then won
It
the
just
title
shows
for
you
more
these
2 years later.
good old men from the past.
Yeah.
How good were they? Larry Holmes gave Holyfield a great fight at 42, and George Foreman gave him a great fight at 40-odd,
Yeah,
44.
Yeah, and then won the title at 46.
And then after that, he went and beat Mike Tyson.
You won't be fighting at 46, no?
Depends on how we're going on. Listen, these men are greats. They're not normal men. They're not normal champion. They're great men. They're men of a certain breed. Men that continue to keep going and fighting on. When you think George Foreman, he boxed in his 20s and retired in his late 20s, come back 20 years later and fought and won another world heavyweight title. How good was he?
Do you think
And he didn't beat some flash in the pan in Michael Moorer. Michael Moorer was the man who beat Evander Holyfield.
Exactly.
Could
Could it happen for you, and I'm not asking you to predict this, could it happen for you that you finish your 3 fights on the ESPN deal and you go away for a couple of years and you think, you know what, I want another fight? Could you do what Mayweather did and go away for 2 years and come back?
I've done that
for a
already,
fight?
haven't I?
You have done
years.
it.
I've done it for 3 years and come back.
Could you do it again?
Yes. When I beat these suckers in these next 2-3 fights, whoever's the best now, I'll wait another 10 years.
For the next generation.
To come. And I'll beat them. Because that's how good I am.
Couple more.
I will wait for them all. I'll go away, retire, put a ton of weight on again. And when you want someone to come out of retirement, someone fat, bald and ugly, come and kick some asses again. Come and find the Gypsy King, wherever I might be. Maybe in Morecambe in a pub somewhere. But I'll get back fit again. Just give me 12 weeks. 12 weeks is all I need.
Just two more questions, Tyson.
Come on then, Gareth.
3 fights. You don't call me Russell anymore. It hurts.
Okay, Russell. Let's go.
You have 3 fights left. Sorry about that. I
only call you Russell when you have a bit of a beard coming through. So you want Russell back, you better get a bit of growth going.
Well, then after my name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, Commander of the Armies of the North. I was listening to you, but I could hear Mel and Tim because it's Tim's birthday. I forgave him, but he's ruined this interview now. Obviously, 46 today, isn't he?
Yes.
42.
Come on, let's get these 3 questions.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. 3 fights left on your deal.
Yes.
With ESPN. Who would you ideally like as the 3 opponents?
I'd ideally like Wilder, Joshua, and then whoever else.
Dillian White,
whether it's Dylan White or Derek Chisora, it doesn't matter.
You beat Chisora up again.
Yeah, why not?
And finally, what has it meant to you in the last 2 or 3 years to get the love you deserved when you won the world title at the beginning? That you are clearly a loved and appreciated figure in the world of sport and as a person now, both from the boxing world, the fight world, and maybe the wider world because of the mental health ambassadorial stuff that you do as well. What does it mean to you?
It's great to be a person that people like rather than be a person that people hate. It's good, you know, it feels good. But the only real person that I'm really concerned who loves me or who doesn't is my wife. Because if she don't love me, then I'm fucked, aren't I?
I know that feeling. Yeah,
You know,
absolutely. We all do.
If any of these people don't love me, it don't really matter, does it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't love them, they don't love me. Mutual. But the day that I stop loving her and she stops loving me, then we're going to have a problem. And that's the only concern of love that I'll ever care about.
Are you incredibly close, you and Paris, then? Is she a soulmate? Is she a soulmate?
Yes. We know each other like salt and pepper. We go together like butter and toast. You know, it was definitely a match made in heaven. And it was meant to be. Some people never do find the soulmates. I don't say we're all lovey-dovey, all soppy like Shane and his wife. But, you know, we really do understand each other. And we have got to know each other over the last 11, 12 years.
You always say that you're so proud of her and that you love her so much for putting up with you even when you've had hard times.
Listen, I haven't been the best husband in the world. I haven't been the worst. There's plenty worse than me. There's plenty better than me. But at the end of the day, we're still batting, and that's it. We're still moving forward. We're still together. God says, let no man tear apart what I put together.
I just want to say, you got to love him, haven't you? Here he is, the Gypsy King.
Got to love me,
got to love me, baby. Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure.
Go on, Russell!
Thank you very much. Cheers, bud.
Thanks very much.
Yeah,
I always
you.
enjoy the interviews with you, honestly. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Right, who's next?
It's just a photograph.